So, this is Geoff Anderson, and I'm here today with my very good friend
Edward's here. How are you tonight?
At lunchtime. Very, very good, very good. Edward, look, thanks for helping me out with my new upcoming book, all about how to leverage video. And you're a great person with video, but I'd like to go back a little bit and just get a little bit of an overview of who you are and what your core business is.
Thank you, Geoff, and I'm very excited about your new book coming out. My name is Edward Zia. I'm a marketing mentor and coach, and I love helping entrepreneurs get more clients, more money, and more time, and it's great on many, many levels. Run a lot of workshops, a lot of events, a lot of mentoring, and I do quite a lot of stuff around town, and I also get political as well.
Yes, Edward and I have competing political views, which is always good for fun.
Yeah.
Now, Edward, who is an ideal customer for you? I guess you've got a couple, have you?
Yeah, there's actually three answers to that. There's three things that I do. One is I work with my favourite entrepreneurs. I work with a lot of incredible entrepreneurs, and I help them, be it single, solo entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs with companies, and I help them get more clients, more money, more time, and basically master their sales and marketing. When it comes to corporate, I more work with teams, like educating and motivating and inspiring teams, and also as well, I also do some corporate entertainment, such as emceeing, a little bit of comedy, speaking at events, that sort of thing. Excellent. Corporate entertainment.
Excellent. So you're a man of many talents?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. Now tell me, Edward, I love waking up in the morning, turning on my phone, and there's your enthusiastic face, giving me some more tips on marketing. Can you tell me about how you're using video in your business?
A great question, Geoff. And video for me has been a transformational part of my business on many, many levels. So where video has been outstanding for me was that I use it basically in three respects. One is I do videos every day, and I put out videos on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram. I do a mixture of static videos and recorded videos and Facebook Lives. And what I use them to do is I use them for three reasons. One is to get my brand and my name out there. Number two is to promote and fill my events and get subscriptions to my website. And number three is to get clients.
Great. And how's that working for you?
Oh, it's great. It's I started getting into daily videos probably about 3 years ago. And I just take them on my phone, upload them straight to LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. And what actually happened is when I first... And by the way, they cost nothing to do. They're all free, right? Yep. So there's no money. I'm not spending any cash money here. After I started doing videos, 1 week into it, I got my first client. And it costs no money. It's just a few minutes, boom, video out there, done.
And that was a direct relation to the video?
Yeah, because someone watched the video and said, this is awesome. Can I book a meeting with you? And I did. Then they signed up.
So what do you think it was about the video that made the difference?
What videos do, and this is what video does very well, is that because it engages all the senses and it really gets your name out there, what it does is that when people see your video online, it really heightens their relationship with you. And I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm just putting out written blog posts. And by the way, I'm all for written blogging and I do written blogging. But let's say I'm doing written blog posts by its own. Someone might just watch a video and they get that raw emotion and they feel that click. And it can be that click that tips them over the edge where they become a lead and become a client.
I understand what you're saying, and I obviously agree with you. I'm just also conscious that you're a very outgoing person, extrovert.
Never used to be. And I'm actually not an extrovert. I'm actually on the cusp.
Okay. All right.
And I never used to be great at video. I used to be terrible.
So, well, that was my point. A lot of people would just look at what you do and they would go, oh my God, there's no way I could ever do that. Yeah. And it's just overwhelming for them. How do you address that? What do you say?
I hear this every day, and I just tell people to get over it and start doing it. And I'll tell you why. And this actually annoys me quite a bit. I get a lot of people who really misjudge me and misjudge what I do. They look at me and I'll tell you why it upsets me, just being straight up with you and your wonderful community, is that people look at me and they say things like, oh my God, Ed, you're just such a natural. It's like, oh, you're so lucky you're a natural because that's why you're successful. It's like, no, I was actually living in my car a decade ago on DY Beach. Nice beach, by the way. But anyway, I was living in my car, which is the point. The thing is that I'm not an extrovert. I've done full Myers-Briggs. I'm actually right on the cusp. I'm right in the middle. Not an extrovert or introvert, right in the middle. And the thing for me is that my first videos were terrible. They were horrible. And I've become great at it through the repetition that I've done.
I guess you could look at Tiger Woods at age 1.5 and say, well, you're terrible, or you could look at him at age whatever he is now and say, well, you're a natural. But I guess the appearance of being a natural comes from many, many, many hours of repetitive use and training.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what people got to realise, because the most worst thing you can do in not just business but just in life. Let's say you're really, and by the way, I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost a good 15 kilos over the past year and a bit. Let's say, and weight's been a problem for me, so I can say this. Let's say weight's a problem for you, and it has been for me. The worst thing you can do is look at someone skinny and say, oh my God, they're so skinny and I'm so fat. I'm not going to try. It's the same logic. And it's dumb logic. And this is where people really have to be bold in what they're doing. And, okay, you're not good at videos. I wasn't. Just start doing them. Just start putting out videos every day on Facebook and LinkedIn.
Now, what I think is really significant about the way you're using video is your commitment to it. It's not just you throw a video up once a week or something. It's 2 or 3 times a day.
Yep.
Now even to me, someone in the video game, that's a serious commitment to video content.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that?
It's very easy, because one is that when I do videos, I'm reacting to the world around me and what's going through my mind. So I don't sit there and actually plan my content weeks ahead. I don't even plan my content a day ahead. When I do videos, I'm actually reflecting on what's going through my mind and what I'm experiencing in that moment. And the thing is that I'm obviously very authentic. I'm not here to tell you or anyone that I'm I'm not like the Master Chief from Halo or Donald Trump. I don't know everything. I'm not the infinite immortal, albeit I think Trump is, but I'm not some kind of immortal or anything like that. And I go through stuff, I experience stuff, I have my own limitations, I make mistakes, I'm trying to learn and evolve. And to me, my videos it's more me sharing my journey of what I'm going through. And the reason why people love me so much and I love them is because people know I'm not faking. They know I'm genuinely sharing my experiences and what I'm going through in my life.
Well, I was going to ask you, where do you come up with your topic 2 or 3 times a day?
It's what I'm going through in my life in that moment. So I'm thinking about and what I'm dealing with is what I go through, which I really appreciate.
We're just getting lunch here at the Sofitel Wentworth.
And the lunch is great, and Isaac's a great guy.
Yeah.
Very good-looking guy.
So excuse us if we start to chew our food while we're chatting here.
Yeah, and just to let you know, Geoff has got a beautiful side of fries and the club sandwich, and I've got the fish and chips with no chips, extra salad.
Now, I was just trying to impress Edward before. I think my son told me this the other day, that a club sandwich is an acronym for chicken, lettuce, under bacon.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So learn something new every day while we eat our lunch. So, look, you come up with new ideas every day. I think what a lot of people might struggle with, that concept of that, but I think and correct me if I'm wrong, you have the advantage is because you're prolific at talking to and meeting people every day. And I'm sure just having those conversations just sparks your insights into useful stuff you can share.
Not necessarily. I could sit at home all day and come up with videos as well, because it's what I'm thinking about, it's what I'm reading. It's not just in my business, it's not just in my do. I like reacting to the world around me. Like, a common example is, if Trump does something crazy overnight that's totally off the wall, whether I agree with it or not,
every night.
And usually I do, because Trump's awesome.
Yeah.
But what I'll do is, I'll do a video talking about what Trump's done. Like, be it he's done something great or done something stupid, I'll give some commentary on it. I'll engage people on it.
Like, he's given all that money to the farmers to, because the tariffs were increased on them, he's bailed them out.
Yeah, well, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Good for him.
It was because of him that they had tariffs imposed upon them. But let's not go there. Anyway.
I don't know about that, but anyway. No. I think the tariffs, tariffs come from Obama, who hates America. Anyway, where were we?
I think we're about to end up in Nigeria. So, another thing, you do come across very genuinely. I'm impressed that you seem to be able to nail your videos to 1 minute every time.
Yes, very important.
Why is that important?
It's interesting, actually. My videos used to go for a few minutes. And what I realised was several things. I realised after a minute, I'm starting to talk rubbish. Also, what I realised is that when I looked at the engagement on Facebook, the engagement charts, people don't watch videos after a minute, right? And to be honest with you, I don't watch videos after a minute. If I'm watching a tip or a video, I've got no problem looking at something for a minute, but after a minute, I'm done. And what I started doing, and also the other point is Instagram. When I do a video, I upload it onto both Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. The other thing is Instagram only lets you upload a minute. Right. So I took all that on board and I thought, you know what? Even if Instagram didn't do that, I'm going to have my videos for a minute. And since I've been doing that, my engagement has gone through the roof and I actually get more leads because, and I hear this all the time, people love my videos because I cut to the chase and I don't screw around.
And I guess too, they know that, well, if I'm going to tune in to watch one of Edward's videos this morning, or this afternoon, this evening,
yeah,
I know it's going to be about a minute long. I'm not going to be, have my day taken up. I'm going to get some pithy information that's quick and actionable, and useful for me.
It's interesting, actually, on that note. One of my, I'll say, frenemy rivals, who I overtook at the start of the year. One of the reasons that I overtook them on was actual video content. I would have people at the time watching both of our content, but people actually preferred my content over theirs because in their content, they would just talk about stuff. They would just go on and on and on, where I dive straight into the subject matter, and my directness is what gave me the edge, and I've really taken on the feedback of the world around me. So I guess the point is that, Geoff, and this is for the viewers as well, I don't just do what I think is a great idea, I listen to what people are telling me. So I very closely listen to my fans and they guide me the right way.
What I also really love about your content is it's fundamentally useful, helpful advice. Yes, it may lead to a sales ask at some point along the way, but it's also pitched in a way that, hey, I'm not selling you something so I'm making money, I'm selling you something so that I can help you.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, this generosity and abundance of information that you're constantly sharing builds rapport, builds trust, it builds a sense of reciprocation. You've helped me. I'm much more receptive to what you're saying because I feel like you've already given me so much. It's easy for me to sort of want to turn up to one of your free events or... Yeah.
I'll give you an example. I was actually doing this the other day. I like Googling my own name a few times a week. Not because my ego's out of control, which it slightly is. No, it's not. But I like seeing what people say about me. I think that's interesting. And it'll probably happen as a result of saying this statement. But anyway, I couldn't care less. But no one's trolled me online. I know a lot of people in my industry. If I type in their names, there'll be forums and blog posts on how bad this person is or how they've done this and that.
Yep.
There's nothing like that about me. And the reason is not because I'm lucky, because I've given people no reason to write something like that about me.
Well, I imagine you're somebody who is really protective of your reputation.
Exactly.
You value that very highly, and I guess that brings me to another thing about your reputation and brand. Your brand is I guess something that you project on your video every day as well. How you showcase yourself is very in touch with how you want to be seen constantly.
It's funny you say that, actually. The reason why it's important to me is that, to me, be it, obviously we're talking video here, but be it video, content, your website, how you present, to me, your consistent brand values are everything. So, for example, I've actually got it here on my business plan. To me, what's important, this is what I try and deliver in all my videos. My brand values are strength, helping each other, taking action, transparency, fun, and winning. So these are my brand values. So in terms of the way I run my business, be it I'm designing a logo, or I'm putting out a post, or I'm writing a blog, or I'm talking to someone, they're the key values that I live by. So to me, if I do a video that doesn't meet one of those values, I'll probably delete the video and redo it.
Well, would you say 5 or 6 values there? And just hearing those, I can relate to those and see them. They're consistently appearing in your videos.
I'll give you an example. I'm just being honest with you here, right? I'm just being totally honest with you in the audience. Is one of my newest brand values that I've added is strength. And what happened to me, I've got some feedback. When not just videos, I'm talking beyond videos here, but when I started my business started growing, a lot of people said, Edward, I really like, these are my clients, right? These people love me, saying, Ed, I really like you, but you don't come across as very confident sometimes. And I realised I'm not exuding strength. And as I really thought about my brand and how I want to be seen, and I started supporting the glorious Emperor Donald Trump and all that, he's a great guy, what I realised was that I need strength as one of my brand values. Right? And then I added strength to it, and what then happened was I started changing the way I behave. Instead of me just saying, "Oh, hi, it's Edward, I want to give you some ideas to grow your business," I'd be, "Everyone, it's Edward here, I want to talk to you about blah." So I'd become a lot stronger in my delivery. So to me, brand values are very important, and to me, like beyond video, I mean, video is critical, we're obviously talking about video, but beyond video, having clear brand values as to how you run your business is everything to help you become really successful.
Sure. Now, one of the questions I did have was, do you rehearse when you do your videos? I get the strong impression you don't.
Tell you why.
Tell me why.
When you rehearse, and I say this to everyone, by all means, I'll start up a video and redo it a few times. Absolutely, that happens quite a bit. But I don't like rehearsing because the more you rehearse it, is the more you lose that beautiful natural charm. So the reason why, and it's not just this, like if you look at YouTube, right? If you look at some of the most popular, famous clips on YouTube, they're not rehearsed. They're all organic, real stuff going down. The more organic, real, and natural is the more enticing your content will be. I'm not saying you don't rehearse. There might be times where you rehearse, but
okay. So what you're saying is you do every take as if this is going to be it.
Yep.
If you do drop the ball on it, it's a mess. You just do another take.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily sitting in front of the mirror 5 times before you start. It's like, no, let's just do it.
Yep.
And let's just be us. Let's just be genuine, see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you a problem that I've got actually. I used to work for the government a long time ago, very long time ago, and I got hit over the head and I was in a coma for a few weeks, right? And so what happened? Yeah. What happens a few times is that sometimes when I'm tired, I'll slur my speech, which is very consistent with the head injury I've got. And sometimes I'll repeat videos because I'm slurring my speech. It happens. I sound a bit like Stallone, if I wish, but seriously, I do.
So you mean you'll create a video where you basically are sending out the same message at a different time?
No, what I'll do is, let's say I do a video and I'm a bit tired, which happens, right? I might slur my speech a little bit and I don't sound good. I might repeat the video because I don't like me slurring my speech, which is quite consistent with the head injury and coma I had 20 years ago.
Sure.
The point I'm making is that my videos are not perfect, but they don't have to be. And in fact, in a way, the less perfect you make them is the more persuasive you make them because people trust you more and you sell more stuff.
Yeah, well, I talk about 3 levels of video content. You have the commercial level, which is your high-end, high-production, sales pitch, glossy promotional video, might include TVCs, television commercials. Then you have your community quality, which is stuff you're sending out to people that are already part of your community.
Yep.
It might still be high-end production quality, or it might be a little bit more do-it-yourself sort of stuff, but it's to people that you've already got a relationship with. They're part of your community, they know you, they've worked with you. They could be clients, they could be staff, they could be suppliers. And then you've got what I call your casual content, which is what I consider what you're doing.
Yep.
And that's the stuff which is instant, it's shot on the phone, it's raw, it's disposable in a way. But it gives you that opportunity to connect with people. And all of them, I believe, have a place in today's communication strategy. Yeah. But you're really leveraging this casual level and showing people how it can be really effective.
And just on that, Geoff, I couldn't agree with you more. On my website is a fully professional video that cost me $4,000 to do, and I stand by it. So some years ago, before I met you, of course, Geoff, and I'm serious, by the way, I actually got a full-on professional video on my homepage. So if you Google my name, go to my website, you'll notice a professional video on there. And to me, I'll say it to anyone, on your website, you absolutely do not put a phone video on there. It's got to be all professional. That's my view on a website. Again, if you're doing really serious stuff, absolutely do it professionally. But again, if you're just doing casual amateur stuff, more to go out on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, I know you do it on your phone. Done. Problem solved.
Well, I guess some of the problems it solves is the time, the production costs.
Yep.
Distribution strategy, it's already in place. You just put it up there and it happens.
Yeah.
which is really useful. So, where do you, I mean, obviously this is working for you because you wouldn't keep doing it, I assume, if it didn't. But where does these videos fit into your business strategy?
They're really good. So, the videos help me achieve a lot of things. The videos help me get more customers, right? Which is obviously a good thing. So it's part of my lead acquisition strategy. Another thing that the videos, especially lately, have been doing is that the videos also position me as a thought leader and help me get lots of high-value clients. So, for example, I have people from Channel 10, 9, 7, 60 Minutes, as well as A-list celebrities watching my videos. I know that because I talk to them, right? And it's absolutely great. So it's not also, yes, I do the videos to get more clients, but I also am doing it to help me get to that next level of evolution in society as well. Because in my sort of game, as a mentor and coach, you're basically a celebrity, right? The ones who make the money are celebrities, right? So until I get to that level of infamy and status, that's what I'm going for, to make that amount of money that I want.
So, I mean, people talk about, expertise and thought leader. What do you think makes somebody a thought leader?
Yeah, we actually unpack this in a lot of our workshops. There's 3 components of a thought leader that we really focus on. Number 1 is great ideas that challenge people's lives, right? Challenge and improve people's lives. And what I mean by challenge and improve is that you challenge the status quo, right? Saying what everyone agrees with is not really good thought leadership. So you come up with great ideas that improve people's lives and you challenge the status quo. That's point 1. Point 2 is that you're constantly in contact with people, so there's a good stream of content, which is very, very important. And point 3 with thought leadership is that you're really, really standing out in your own industry as well. So for example, 30% of my clients are coaches. I'm a coach. And within my own industry, I'm known as a thought leader because I challenge the status quo of my own industry. Just because something is standard or commonplace, I don't care. I'm going to do what I think is right.
I guess the other thing that goes into thought leadership is actually being prolific with content.
Yeah, prolific with content.
Having your voice out there with, whether it's print, video, audio, podcast, whatever.
Yep.
Unless you're sharing that with the world, by books or whatever, there's an absence of actually your thoughts being seen or heard.
Yeah, like it's, you can be a thought leader in your own sandbox, which is not a thought leader. You need to be active in the community. So for example, I was saying this before to my wife. Even my wife was like, wow, Eb, I get seen at least 5,000 times a day online. At least 5,000, minimum of 5,000. Sometimes I'll break 10,000 times a day online. I'm not spending much money on marketing. I'm not spending much money. I'm spending, $5 a day on LinkedIn remarketing? That's about it. I'm not spending big dollars. And I'm getting sent at least 5,000 times a day. And that's on the merit of my own content, not because I'm running an ad campaign. I mean, I could run an ad campaign tomorrow and get seen 10,000 times a day online, but I'm getting seen organically at least 5,000 times a day. That's pretty good. This is not costing me any money.
Look, that's great. It's a wonderful outcome, and it's, I think, all due to your regular and consistent creation of videos. How does somebody achieve those kind of results if they want to be, seen every day and reaching 5,000 people?
Well, I think the best thing they can do is give you some money, great guy. And after they give you some money,
I can make a lot of videos for
you. Yeah, there you go. Now, to me, look, in whatever strategy you're doing, right, to get that level of exposure, you either need 2 things. You either need a really good marketing budget, right, or you need really good content, or let's think abandoned, let's think in ands, not ors. You have a bit of both. So you have really good content, really good materials. That's how you stand out.
Yeah. So, I guess that's something you can help people with as well.
Oh, all the time. I help people with this every day.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, Ed, what do I put out on Facebook and LinkedIn? Well, and I'll say, let's do some 60-second videos on thought leadership. Give people a tip. And if someone says something to me, and I'll say this with respect to everyone, but also annoyance of everyone, if someone says to me, oh, Ed, I've got no tips or advice to give to people, well, you shouldn't be in business.
Yeah.
Right? You're a reject is what you are.
Well, I agree. Somebody says, oh, no, I've got nothing of value to share. Says, really? Do people ever pay you money for a particular service or product? Well, then
Exactly.
there's an exchange of value going on there.
Yeah,
Let's
so
unpack that.
Exactly. Like, if you can't talk underwater about your business, you need to really rethink. Two things are going on. Either you don't know what you're doing, which sometimes happens, but the common problem is that people are actually brilliant. They're actually really good people, but they're not believing in themselves, so they're not unlocking that level of success that exists inside of them. Right? And I deal with this all the time. It's sort of like, let's say it's a coach. I use coaches because coaches are a very good example of this. Most people study coaching to solve their own problems, right? Most people who become coaches are using coaching to solve their own problems.
Yeah, okay.
Right? That's why they're doing it. Then eventually, a few of them will actually solve their own problems and go on to become really good coaches. Where most people who study coaching start and stop because they don't actually get over their own problems. No, I'm just being honest, right? I'm just being honest with you, right? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you or the audience. But yeah, most people study coaching and get over their own problems. It's fine. And I did. Well, I did it to get over my own problems, and I did. That's great. Now, here's the point, though. This is a big, big point I want to make to you incredible people out there. You've got to be able to be excited about what you do. You've got to be excited about what you're doing. You've got to have some great ideas to share with the world. You've got to have great tips and thinking, right? And if you've got self-esteem issues, that's fine. I've had self-esteem issues. But just get over it and start doing it.
I mean, I guess what you're saying makes perfect sense, but if somebody's struggling with their business, they're needing more sales, they're needing more business, the last thing they probably feel is excited. They're probably feeling overwhelmed or stressed about it.
They should go hire a coach, they should go to the gym, they should get into it. They need to get a hold of themselves.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. I have firm conversations with people every day, right? Every day I'll have a very firm conversation like this, not as in with you, but I'll be very direct to people like this. Because, Ed, I just don't feel like this, I don't feel like that. And in a way, I'm like, boo-hoo you. And I'll give you a quick funny side story. I was once sitting down with a nice lady. By the way, I'm not criticising her. Very nice lady. And she's got a lot of money, beautiful car, big house, lives in Sydney's North Shore. She's doing pretty well. And she was telling me about how difficult her life is and how because she's a woman, it's sexism and this and that and how hard things are for her. And I said, and I actually lost it with her. She actually lost me. And I said, listen, lady, right? I'm a Persian Christian guy from Western Sydney. I came to Sydney 10 years ago. I was living in my car. I used to not have a house at all. And I said, look, you've got everything. You're just making excuses to hold yourself back. And then she was like, but Ed, I'm a woman. And I'm like, come on, you're a white woman. You're really successful. You're awesome. You're killing it. You need to get behind yourself. You know what she did? She goes, yeah, Ed, you're right. I'm a bit full of myself. And I go, you are? I said, look, you're a nice lady, but you're just giving into your own crappy ideas. And she's like, thank you, Ed. And God bless her. She's an amazing woman. Here's the point. She was putting up excuses to stop herself from being successful.
Yeah.
Right? It's because I'm a woman. It's because of this. It's because of that. No, it's not. They're just bad ideas you've got. And by the way, I'm not dissing this woman. She's incredible and amazing. And because I got stuck into her, she was then able to get over her own BS and then access her brilliance.
Excellent. Look, I'd like to get back to videos as much as I'm enjoying our chat. What do you do? I'm really keen to see how you leverage the videos. So what do you do once a video is posted up online? Do you just post it and forget it? What happens?
No, a great strategy. And again, this does go beyond video, but it is relevant to our talking acquisition, I suppose, Geoff. But what it is that when I put out a video, right? In Facebook, I'll share it into a few groups. On LinkedIn and Insta, it just more goes out there. But
wait. Can we just unpack that a little bit?
Sure.
So you share it. So you don't just put it on your own public profile. You then go and put it in some groups you're involved with.
Yeah, it's a mixture actually. So I'll use Facebook's a bit more complex. So I'll answer these ones. On Insta and LinkedIn, I just share it. I just put it up there, right? On Facebook is a little bit more complex. So what I do is I might do a video on my business page, and I might share it to a few areas. Or depending on the topic, I may do a video on my personal page and not share it, right? Or I might do a Facebook Live, and Facebook Lives don't work well through business pages. They work better on personal pages. This is the way the Facebook algorithm's set up, which
Yep.
is really dumb. But that's just the way it pretty much goes. So it depends on the nature of the content. But yeah, I'll put out a video. But here's the big point. I'm very sensitive. Now, what will happen is some people will become direct leads. They'll watch a video and they'll just message me, "Hey Ed, I watch your videos and I want to get help in my business." So they turn into a direct lead. Whereas quite often what I'll do is I'll be sensitive as to who's liking my stuff, who's liking my posts, who's commenting on them, who's sharing them. And I'll friend them, I'll send them a message, I'll say hello. So if someone likes and shares your posts, in a way it's a level of pre-qualification. They're putting up their hand saying, "Hey, I like what you do."
Yeah.
They may never become customers, they may not even be the right target market, but it's someone saying, "Hey, I like your ideas."
They may as well. They may.
Absolutely. So let's say this happens all the time. Every day, someone will start, who I'm not connected to on LinkedIn, will start liking my stuff. I'll send them a message and connect with them. Start a conversation. They might just be someone, "Hey Ed, I like your posts, but I actually work in a different industry and I don't need your services." Oh, awesome, we're now friends.
Yeah.
Someone might turn around and say, "Yeah, Ed, I really like some of your ideas. Can we talk about my business?" Hey, hell yeah. And then then that'll be a lead, and I'll get a meeting, and some of them become customers.
Great. So it's very much about following up on the engagement with the videos.
Yeah. So the worst thing you can do is just spray and pray and throw out videos. You got to follow up on the engagement, connect, make friends, that sort of thing.
And I think that's something that you truly excel at, and certainly given the industry you're in, it's great to see you leading from the front in that way, because you are, I think, the consummate follow-upper.
Yeah, and they always say that, and again, this is beyond video. This is not video, but yet an honourable mention relevant to our conversation. Is that the fortune is in the follow-up. So again, I'll tell you now, if you just throw videos out there, it's not going to work out for you. I'll tell you now, you're not going to get the return. But if you follow up on all the engagement, likes, and shares, and become friends with them and meet with them, you'll make a lot of money.
Right. So it really does open the door for that next level, that next step of engagement that you're looking for.
Exactly, because ultimately, and this is the hybrid between marketing and sales. You could argue, like I'm splitting hairs here, but throwing out a video is a form of marketing, right? Talking to someone one-on-one is a form of sales. So you do both.
So you're taking it up to that next step.
Yeah,
Great. So you've established that it doesn't cost you anything to do this. It's a few minutes of your time, effectively. Yep. How long does it take you to do one video, do you think?
Well, it might take me maybe... A video goes for a minute, but let's say it takes me 5 minutes to shoot the video in terms of the location, standing there, the lighting, working it out. And it'll take me a few minutes to upload it. So let's say, I'm going to say 7 minutes.
Very good.
I'll tell you what, make it 10 minutes.
Okay.
It takes me 10 minutes to do a video, upload it on all platforms out there.
10 minutes a video, 2 or 3 times a day.
Yep.
What's been the ROI on that?
Yeah, well, the ROI is infinite because I'm not spending any money. Right, so I'm actually not outlaying any money, but let's look at time, right? Let's look at time. Mm-hmm. Let's say my hourly rate, which it is $500 an hour. Okay, hourly rate's $500 an hour. Well, let's say I'm spending 10 minutes on a video.
3 videos a day, $250.
No, actually, that's not making sense because I'm doing it in my spare time. Let's say, well, here's the point. It's not costing me any money, so it's a weird calculation. Okay, let's say it's costing me $50 a day. Mm-hmm. There we go, $50 a day.
Okay.
Right, let's give me that. Okay, so I'm spending $50 a day, $1,500 a month. I'm getting at least $5,000 worth of clients from it.
A month?
Yeah, 300% ROI. But again, I'm not actually spending any money. So this is all fictional. It's all fictional. It's like I'm not spending any money, and I'm making at least $5,000 a month out of it. Yeah, I don't know.
And have you been able to see a growth in that over the years as you've been using video more consistently?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah, all the time. Because the reason why I know that is when people contact me, people will say how they found me. Oh, hey Ed, I watch your videos on Facebook. Hey Ed, I saw your video on LinkedIn. So I'm not making this up. People actually tell me how it's coming in. So I'm going to say the ROI is 300% to infinite.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm not spending any money.
Well, you can't divide by zero, can you?
Yeah, well, basically, if I'm spending no money and you're telling me to divide it by zero, it's infinite.
Well, I mean, and that brings us to one of the points, which is the technology. I think a lot of people, and the same with podcasting and stuff. They go, oh, if I'm going to do this, I need to invest in all this equipment.
No.
You're using the high definition camera you're carrying around in your pocket every day, and just you do seem to have some essential understandings though in terms of techniques, in terms of making sure the environment you're filming is reasonably quiet, making sure the lighting is okay so you're not silhouetted and everything's blown out. You've got the framing right, you've got your head at the top of the frame. So you've got some fundamental essentials there, but essentially you're just getting by with your phone.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of people say this actually. They say, I've got a knack for improvisation and creating amazing stuff with almost nothing. Probably because of my humble origins, right? I immigrated to Sydney when I was 10 years ago. I had absolutely nothing. So, I didn't have any money. I had really poor equipment, so I had to make do with what I've had, right? So I've learned over the years how to survive and get amazing results with minimal equipment.
I think it's interesting, the more money we have, the more we tend to spend.
Yeah.
And I think when you've got less to spend, you become more resourceful and more creative. And it's always, when you've got those limitations, it's amazing what you can achieve.
And what I realised as well, I figured out very early on, when I think of the big shots in my industry who are right up there, right? And, they've got huge marketing budgets. They can do whatever they want. I don't have any money. How am I going to fight these guys, right? And I realised, if I do a few videos a day, even though they've got big budgets and they're spending thousands of dollars, I'm doing a couple of videos a day. And I thought about perspective. Let's say I was a customer. Would I hire someone who's got a big budget that spends thousands of dollars a day? Would I hire the person I can consistently talk to who shares great ideas? I'd hire me. Right? So I thought, I realised, this is how I can this is how I can fight against the big guys, and I was extremely correct.
And the other thing about it too is it really impresses. I mean, you go into a law firm, you see this, expensive marble reception desks, and you're thinking, where does my money go exactly? Where's it all being paid for? But when you're seeing somebody who's giving good value, genuine content, and you can see, look, they're not wasting money. They're doing this. They're being clever and resourceful. And it's working. It's been effective.
And what I love about it is it makes business a lot easier because level of pre-qualification. Because let's say someone hates me, right? They just hate me.
Oh.
Not that anyone does.
Only
a racist would, right? Only racists hate me, right? So if you hate me, you're a racist. I'm not white, so I can say that. It's awesome. Anyway, but only racists hate me, right? Let's say someone hates me. Cool, they'll just unfriend me, block me, not watch my videos, and don't talk to me. Done. But if someone likes me, they'll talk to me. We'll have a real conversation. And if they don't need me, awesome. If they need me, that's great. We all win.
Look, and you can't spend your life worrying about, what if somebody, hates me, if somebody doesn't like me because I decide to put myself out there. That's life. You've got to take risks, and you're certainly not giving people any reason to hate you.
No, but people do because they're racists.
No, it's because you like Trump, you knob.
Trump's a great guy.
Yeah, he's great. Collusion's not illegal. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, now you look like you're really enjoying when you're actually doing your videos.
Yeah.
But I mean, you bring your A game every time, anywhere, every time.
Yes.
Is it important, do you think, when you're presenting on camera to bring that game with you?
Oh, of course, yeah. I'll give you this answer, right? It depends where you want to go in business and life. Do you want to cruise and make a living? Or do you want to really lead and be a standout character? Now, if you want to cruise and make a living, don't bring your A game. If you want to cruise and make a living, you've got to bring your A game everywhere.
I think a lot of people don't realise with video is that the cameras actually dampen your energy. So you actually need to turn on and perform to look mildly interesting.
That is so true.
And I see it all the time when I'm directing people, and sometimes I have to get them to come back and look at what they've actually done for them to realise just how flat and dull they are. So you bring your A game, you bring that energy, and it's really contagious. It's really enjoyable.
Yeah, I think so. I couldn't agree with you more, Geoff.
Look, I think is there anything else you want to tell me about how to leverage video?
Yeah, no, I suppose just honourable mentions on top of that is, so I'll give you 3 honourable mentions. Honourable mention 1 is just get started right away. Quality will improve over time. Number 2 is really listen to what your fans say. And number 3, just echoing what you said, I watch all my videos after I do them to keep getting better and better. So even after I post them, I like watching my videos to see, oh, okay, I was a bit flat there. Oh, I didn't sound too good. Or the lighting's not very good.
Well, there was a garbage truck in the background.
Yeah, which is just terrible, right? Or or there's a communist in the background. Basically, what I try and do is I try and make sure that my videos are as great as possible. And look, I'm not here to tell your audience, oh my god, my videos are just the best and I'm awesome. Anyone will check out my videos and you'll find some problems with them. They're not perfect.
But they're not presenting as such that they would be.
Yeah, I'm not pretending to be perfect.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not pretending. I'm just being who I am and letting the universe judge me for whoever I am.
Very good, very good. Now, Edward, you have much wisdom to share with many people. How can people find out more about you and your services?
Geoff, I just got to say, you're a great guy. You're good looking and brilliant on many, many levels, and God bless you. If people Google my name, Edward Zia, don't click on America's... ZIA, yeah. Don't click on America's Most Wanted. Skip that.
Oh.
And then you'll find my website after America's Most Wanted.
And it's usually there's a photo of you and Donald Trump together, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm holding a Bible with the American flag wrapped around us.
Excellent, excellent. All right, Edward, thank you so much for your insights and your inspirational way of using video. It's a great lesson for many people.
Well, thank you, Geoff. And if I can also return the great sentiments, you're an amazing guy, and I've seen you come a long way, and you're very smart, and you're great on many levels. And you got to say, I know a lot of video people in Sydney. You're up there. You're one of the leaders. You're a thought leader. And that's why you're very successful, because I suppose everything you're asking me, you do versions of yourself, and you're doing a great job. And bravo and God bless is all I can say.
Thank you, Edward.